You can be out here tomorrow at all, Joaquin?
I'm sorry?
Can you be here tomorrow at all? Or
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
what time?
Uh, what time is good for me to come over? Hold on one second. Hi, welcome back to Comicbook Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. As you heard in a conversation with my good friend Michael Kilker, owner of PFC Games. So I am taking off to California this Saturday, so that's a long drive. I know I mentioned it. By the time you see this video, though, I'll already be in California. I'll be here around, I don't know, 9:30 or 10 in the morning. That's usually when I get here, 11 latest.
You just go on the recording. Just got the gas guy coming in. Need someone to help him.
All right, cool. I'll be here.
Sweet.
I'll be here recording one last day in Seattle before I take off. Now that that's out of the way, people are like, I don't care, Joaquin. I'm looking at a whole bunch of statues and I'm wondering, what is this video going to be about? Well, this video is under review. And the purpose of this video for this week's episode is, so you're seeing that I have a whole bunch of Funko Pop. And I also have a Marvel Bushido Studios Wasp. So for those of you who are new into collecting statues and don't know where to start, I'm kind of giving you a little breakdown of pros and cons of collecting. So if you're into collecting, like you just want small little figures, right? Like you see right here. This is the way to go. These are on average anywhere between $10 and $14. As a collectible, there is a market out there for the rare versions, and they'll usually say like exclusives. And there are many other channels that you could follow that have a more in-depth breakdown. I'm just talking about, what are the advantages of collecting small miniatures to collecting a statue to big statues, which I currently do not have at this moment. As you can see, I almost have a full collection here of He-Man. And I have Skeletor and Orko and Beastman and Stratos, Merman, and Men-at-Arms. Funny story, my nephew, when I bought Beastman, I go, hey, Apollo, do you know who this is? And my nephew goes, is that the Flash? And I'm like, what? So I look at my brother-in-law, I'm like, how's he gonna look at Beastman and think that's the Flash? He's like, well, he's never seen He-Man. I was like, he's never seen He-Man. My nephew's 8 years old and has never seen He-Man. So as soon as we got back, we started watching He-Man. And he thought it was cool. But that answer just killed me. Who's that? The Flash. Indeed. While I was also out there, I went to Ontario comic book convention. And I bought a couple of these there. And I'm only missing currently from here is Evelyn, and Evelyn is currently back in Southern California, so I have the complete set of that. But Men-at-Arms is a different one, and I have not collected these all yet. I have a little nostalgia when it comes to He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers, because these were the cartoons I grew up on, and Robotech. So when I saw these little pops, I wasn't at first interested in buying them when they first came and broke out a while ago. I just recently started picking these up because when I started forming the idea of doing this channel, I wanted to have figures behind me along with other comic book memorabilia or statues or other things that I thought would be interesting that you would see behind me about what I'm collecting and what my channel is about. So this is what I've been collecting so far. And while I was at that Comic-Con, I picked up some books, and which are packed away at the moment. I'm sorry, I won't be showing you that for a while. But I couldn't pass this down. I mean, this is Mr. T, people. Mr. T. For those of you who watch the A-Team, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who just watched that movie and said it was okay, but I only went to go see it because it had Leo Neeson, which is the only reason why you should see a movie. So on average, these go for like $25 to $30. If you want to collect something that's not going to be that much of a burden, does not take up that much space, and they cover everything Pops do, then this would be my recommendation. Get some Pops, you line them up, you have them there. That's your little statue collection. It's not a big deal. But for those of you who are a little bit more serious collector, you are next going to want to start with these signature style statues. I'll move this right here, put this right here. Let you see this. Okay. So this is the famous sculptor and creator, Bushido, and he's done a lot of statues. And I was fortunate enough to pick up this one. Let you see the image on the side. I was able to pick this up for like $65. The reason why I was able to pick this up for $65 because it was on sale. Oh no, $54.99. These retail for $75. You can pick these up. Well, I had a distributor account a while ago, and I'll be doing a video about my history and what I've been learning from business and running my eBay store. You don't even pick these up for the distributor for this price. So they were blowing these out. I think because of the low level I was at my buying purchasing power, I only picked these statues up for like $65. So most people were blowing them out for $75. So after eBay fees, you were making a $5 profit. So you see this statue here, $54.99. They're blowing it out at the Disney store. It wasn't a big seller for whatever reason. The box is also a little banged up. It's probably the reason why this box stood there for so long, because it was the last one. And most people who collect statues do not, when possible, collect boxes like this because they want these boxes in mint condition. They want the figure to still be in the box. Those are the people who are looking to collect these statues and maintain their value, and one day they might sell them. That's the only reason why you care about conditioning of the box. I don't. While I enjoy statues, I don't really plan on like collecting rare statues and then hopefully to sell them 2-3 years down the market. So I picked this up to show you that you can, if you look around and you're willing to take a little bit dinged up box, you can get a good deal. So I paid $54.99 plus tax. And we get here, and that'll do it. This is a quick wrap-up video for me. There are other channels that I'll recommend right now. My favorite channel to watch on statues and omnibus, which I know I keep pronouncing, is Jim Mint Collectibles, or Jim Mint. And this brother has like the Library of Congress behind him, it seems like, when you look at his omnibus collection. And he's always breaking down stories. And he has the best statues collection I've ever seen on an eBay channel. We're talking, he has statues that are on average 3 to up to 5, 4.5, almost 5 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet wide. He's a great channel. I love endorsing him. I'm a small channel, so he doesn't know it exists, but I like giving credit where credit is due. So I hope you learned something about collecting statues and, about doing your research and figuring out what you want to buy into. And know that the statue market for these type of statues, you need to do your research and find out what sculptors are hot at the moment, or what figures are hot. And then if you buy one, you could buy another one, and you can sell that other one and hopefully get double the cost so it pays for the first statue. I know a lot of people who go that route, but the majority of statues of this size do not maintain a high retail value. In fact, you'll see them being blown out on eBay all the time. So my suggestion is, if you're looking for an investment, statues is not one of them. They're very hard to sell, and they take up a lot of room. And that'll do it, people. I hope you learned a little bit about collecting statues and why you should, if you like them. Like, I recommend Pops. I recommend this style right here for beginners. And it's just something nice to have for part of your collection you put on your shelf of whatever you're into at the time. So if you're new to the channel, hello, and thanks for stopping by, and hit the subscribe button. And if you like what you see, hit the like button and leave a comment below. If you're into collecting statues or Pops, or what was your first Pop, I'd love to hear from you. And that'll do it, people. Have a good week.